Hold on, it's not quite ready yet. On air. Okay. Hello, everybody. Oh, hi, Linda. We are beginning. So tonight we are talking about Monaco. It's a Steam game. I think also a Xbox game. Um, where basically you play thieves and you're trying to get loot and you're trying to escape different buildings and collect different people. It's a lot of fun. It can be single player or multiplayer. Um, so we're going to be discussing that tonight. We're also going to be having a raffle for copies of Story War. So stay tuned for that. For those of you watching on Twitch TV, if you join the chat, that will basically be your entry. So go ahead and do that. So anyways, tonight I have here, of course, me, Sonia, Robert, and Linda. We might have Shane joining us later, but he had some stuff to do, so he might join late in the hangout. I'm not sure. So we'll see. So I guess we can start off with our first impressions of the game. Robert, what did you think of Monaco?
Give me 1 minute. Go to Linda.
Okay, Linda, what did you think of Monaco?
Are any of us prepared for this? No,
I don't know. Yes, no.
Because I heard about this game from the, I think it was an IGF at GDC like years ago. I can't remember what year, but that's how I heard about it. Wasn't at all what I expected, and it was really fun. And as you know, I totally want to play more, but I guess we'll get to specific questions later, because I don't really have much else to say besides awesome, and just come across as like gush, 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 which I don't want, so.
Well, it's not too bad to gush, but I saw just like a little video of it, and it's not what I expected either. I don't know if I expect it to be really good or not, but I do enjoy playing it, and it is a lot of fun, and it's pretty simple to pick up, so I enjoyed it a lot, and it just has a cool gameplay style, and it has a cool idea behind it. I just enjoy playing it.
Yes.
So, Robert, as you stare kind of blankly.
Sorry, yeah, the Hangout stream option was all messed up. I'm not sure why, but it should be visible now.
Okay.
Good. So yeah, if you guys on the stream, can you see everything okay? Does it look all right? Yeah, you should just see the primary window. It's not perfect, but it should work.
Cool. Hopefully it shows us bouncing back and forth, or at least hears us, all of us.
Okay, awesome. Cool, thanks, Taz. Yeah, so my first impression was definitely, well, okay, my very first impression was what's going on, because all the, the color style and just the style in general was very different, and so I was very confused initially. But for the most part, my first impression of the game as a whole was super positive. It was really fun. Oh yeah, I stuck on that, eh? There I am. How do I unstick that? There we go.
Are we good?
I think so. Yeah.
Real quick, I want to repeat something. If for some reason they didn't hear it because we were having some trouble, but obviously we're talking about Monaco tonight, but some point in our discussion we will be having the raffle for a copy of Story War. So anybody out there, if you're watching on Twitch TV, just join the chat, and that's basically your entry.
Awesome. Yeah, and this is a test to see if the screen changes. Is the screen changing? No, it's not changing.
No.
Sticking to Sonia.
What do you mean?
Stuck on me?
Oh wait, there. How about that time? They can only ever see Sonia. Taz, did you see Linda for a second?
Oh, mine's
Because my video is never actually popping up.
Did you click on someone's face? Because I've never gotten it to not move.
Oh, okay. So apparently it's switching between you guys, but it's not showing me
He.
But you know that might be the
Dark
that,
room.
that might be the settings. So let's do something
It's
fancy
set to
here.
woman.
Woman setting.
Yes.
Show only pretty faces that are
Yeah.
not purple and.
Let's try this.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
are a
add
little
my
purple,
webcam.
Robert.
Yeah, why are you in the dark? It's
Oh,
like.
let's see. Yeah, that
There
looks
you
like too
go.
much light. Well, we can
Well,
do this. Film school for a reason. That's better.
There you go. Now you
yay.
have some nice like bounce light on the side.
Exactly.
Dude, you look super
But
sinister.
anyways, we can proceed. I know you can't see my face at the moment, but
I
we'll
Oh, real
make
quick,
we'll make
I
this
want to
work.
showcase my new wall stuff. Ta-da, wall
know. I
stuff.
just thought, what is that?
Oh,
You got
Princess Mononoke is kind of like a double thing, and then I've got some Supernatural, Avengers, and then Doctor Who, Super Who Lock, like everything.
all the same
So
artist.
Supernatural, Doctor Who, Sherlock, mushed together artwork.
Same
So
artist.
that's my stuff. I just wanted to show that.
Linda was asking if they are all the same artist.
No. These two are Joanna. These two.
Oh,
And then this, I can't remember her name. She was the, that card that you have. I can't remember. I feel bad.
What?
I don't remember. And then a different artist too. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
the one.
bad. I'm terrible.
No, that's okay.
Your picture went out.
yeah.
That's okay. You guys aren't going to be able to see me, but the stream will.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
The work.
I don't need to see you.
Creepy face.
Thanks. No, no.
Just looking at your
I
blank
I don't
stare.
remember what I don't remember what the name of the artist is that did the Princess Mononoke one exactly, but she also did. Hold on, I gotta get it. It's so beautiful. Wait.
I'll describe it for you, Linda, since you can't see it.
Thanks, Robert.
It's from the Hobbit. It's the same girl that did these two. But she did a thing for the Hobbit. It's pretty cool looking.
It's like, jeez. I promise I'll show you guys, but yeah, it's basically the Hobbit. I don't know if you guys can on the stream can see this, but you got a little Bilbo.
I think her card's in the back of that one too.
And it's got a dragon. The mountain says there and back again. There's a bunch of dwarves and Gandalf, and I'm sure we could have done that better.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
anyways.
So, Monaco.
So, anyways, yeah. Sorry. I was just so excited about it. Sorry.
No,
Yes,
I love the fact that you have that up on your wall now, Sonia.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta get my stuff up there. So I did.
Desi.
So, let's see. We mostly played multiplayer. Did anybody play single player?
Isn't it the same except you're one person running around instead of multiple?
I think so. Robert, you did, right?
Played more than just all the four of us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a few rounds. Actually, I basically played all the levels that we had already played again, but by myself.
Oh,
And you said it was a lot harder.
No, actually,
Oh.
it was actually a lot easier.
Oh, okay.
Because
That's
there
probably
was-
because of me, right?
Well, no, just because there weren't people, like all over the place, so there was less people to worry about.
Oh, so they just make it harder for multiplayer then, because you have more people to work it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what did you think about the way that they did the multiplayer for this game, Robert?
I like it. I have some mixed feelings about it. For the most part, I like it because everyone's kind of has a role, and you know, it was just kind of fun and wacky. Like it was really easy for I think anyone at any skill level to just kind of jump in and play and still have fun. The only I guess issue I had with it was the fact that I felt like this may have just been the way we were playing, but I felt like we weren't coordinated enough to utilize all of our special traits quite as much. Like everyone kind of had a value, but like unless everyone was kind of on the same page, you could be doing something, and then someone goes and does something that contradicts that, and then now everyone's been seen. Or
Like
like,
me.
oh, well, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna unlock this, and then you
Yeah.
unlock it, and no one's there to go through the door, or something like that. You know what I mean? It was just kind of like, but the good thing was you didn't necessarily have to be super coordinated to be successful. It was just a lot of more trial and error and chaos. But
Yeah.
overall, it was a lot of fun.
I think it depends on the play style of the players, because I
Hmm.
got the sense that, I'll just keep it anonymous. I got the sense that some of us were, they're very much the type of gamer where when they, like, for instance, when they play League, it's a good example. You see this come out. Some people are totally in it for themselves, and they'll just go out. They won't think as a team, and they'll just, go and do whatever they want. Some people are very interested in what other people are doing, so they'll tend to try to coordinate a bit. I like to think that I was trying to kind of like cater to other people, but I know I tend to be like, oh, what's over here? So I don't know.
Yeah, well, and it's not like we started with like some complex plan and some any one person was kind of out of line. It was just one of those things where I think we all went into it with kind of a different plan, and until we develop like a way to properly communicate, that's kind of how it would naturally happen. It wasn't really necessarily a problem of the game. It was just we're kind of new to it, and we didn't really have this. We didn't have any intention of mastering the levels. It was more just like, hey, let's just have some fun.
Right. Yeah, I definitely like the multiplayer. I felt like you're talking about is it really does depend on the people playing it, obviously.
Hmm.
So, like for me, I try to be as much of a follower I feel like as I can, even if I'm not very good at like figuring out what people are trying to tell me to do.
All right, I like.
But
Yeah.
I like to wait for that, or like I followed you around a lot, Robert, because I was, not sure. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Sorry, I'm
I
trying
do
to get a
like
hold of
the
our fourth person.
what?
I'm trying to get a hold of our fourth person. Might
Oh, okay.
actually have I might actually have a guest appearance
Oh, really?
By who?
by maybe Vignesh.
Oh, has he
Oh,
played?
cool.
He has actually. I was talking to him on our trip this weekend. He has actually played.
Awesome. That would be
Here's
so cool.
when we're not streaming.
Let's see.
He's gonna be like, "What? There's people out there."
I'm gonna see if
He doesn't need to know. Just don't tell him.
our
Um.
join our talk about Monaco.
Yep. And then just tell me, and I'll. I don't know if he's on here though.
He is. I'm pretty sure.
I can get him.
We will get him.
Okay. Just let me know when I should get him. I really liked in the multiplayer the fact that you don't have so much lives as you do just you get revived by people. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that aspect of it because I felt like, okay, I'm dead, but that's not a big deal. It's not like I'm out.
You
I
just
can
Yeah.
just
go
wait
on
for
until
somebody
someone.
to revive me.
Yeah. It was not like completely absolute.
And at the beginning, I died a lot, so that was important for me.
Yeah.
That
Very true.
was fun.
But
Um,
what were your guys? I mean, we didn't play all of the classes or the different types of thieves, but what were some of your favorites?
Mole.
um,
Mole.
I played two. I played the pickpocket and the gentleman.
Hmm.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
I like the gentleman, but I think I'll talk about the pickpocket.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like the pickpocket himself isn't really as interesting as just the fact that he has the monkey.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I tried to work it where if like someone opened a door, if I got close enough to it, I didn't necessarily have to go inside or
Yeah.
not completely inside for him to do his business. And then he wouldn't get caught because he's the monkey, so it's not like we'd alarm anything. So I
Yeah.
kind of like that. Like you have your little extension, and then he goes off and does his thing, and you're like safe. I kind of enjoyed that
Seeing a
aspect.
monkey in modern civilization isn't like unusual or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
thought it was
that was
funny,
pretty
like,
funny.
everyone's like, oh, whatever, there's a monkey in here.
Oh, cute. Okay.
Yeah.
Funny.
And the monkey's, like, immune to all the animals, too. Like, they won't get killed by the dogs or anything like that.
He speaks my
Just,
language.
like, they don't care. That's not realistic to me. I think the dog should have gone after the monkey, but I guess the idea is
Yeah.
That's
that
depressing.
he's immune is sort of, so, yeah.
A little pair of monkey bones next to your own.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
He just, like, is he, like, crying at your thing when you die? At
The
your
monkey
skeleton?
I think he just
He
sits
kind
there.
of looks like he is.
grieving over
Yeah.
the situation.
And nobody does anything about the monkey even then. It's like there's a monkey over a skeleton and nobody cares. I don't know. I just think that's strange.
I like how we're just musing about the inherent storyline in the game rather than the game itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
No,
know.
let's delve deeper into why the monkey is like almost invisible to the guards and everybody.
Conversation.
It's the same reason why everyone's shaped like a square.
That's
Doesn't
true.
matter.
Yeah,
Why are
Really
they
does.
shaped like a square, Robert?
The art style.
Oh,
So
okay.
new.
So the
what
art
were you
style
guys?
creates the immunity of the monkey. Okay.
So Linda's an artist, so let's start with her and with the question of what did you think about the art style? Did you like it, yes or no? And do you feel like it added to the game experience or subtracted in any way?
I liked it honestly because I first heard about this game from the Independent Game Festival in 2010. I looked it up. It was in 2010. I won 2 awards. That's why I heard about it.
Hmm.
I was a little surprised when I played it recently because it looked different than I was expecting. I could have sworn it was much more. I could have sworn it was more sprite based back in the day. Maybe it's always looked this way. I don't know, but anyway,
Yeah.
regardless, uh, I don't know. It's kind of one of those endless discussions. Like, does the art style really lend to the storyline or whatever of the game? Like, could it have looked any other way and would it be the same? You know, like does the way it looks have anything to do with it? I don't know, but I liked it. It was nice and simple, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they must. I can only assume they must have been going for a retro feel because it does feel that way.
Yeah, it certainly has those qualities.
I mean,
Did the art style affect the gameplay experience for you in any way, good or bad?
I think well, I don't know. I mean, because they were using like saturated colors, it seemed like it was much easier to see things. Like at
It was
first,
or wasn't?
it was easier to see. Like,
Mm.
well, I mean, because there's more contrast, between. It was mainly because when you first start moving around, if you've never played the game, your little view, areas like the lights will go around the corner and stuff, and you're like, wait, what is that? But you figure it out pretty quickly because it's like the dark areas are very dark, and the areas you can see are very well lit, and all the characters, like your characters, are very brightly colored. So it's like, okay, it's easy to tell where everybody is
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah, no, I agree. Initially, I felt, like I said earlier, I had a lot of trouble kind of keeping track of my character early on, especially because of the lighting effect of how it just kind of had this fog of war kind of thing.
Mhm.
And I had a hard time also initially trying to wrap my head around what everything looked like really being able to differentiate walls from walking areas and what was what could I go through, what could I exit. It took me a little bit to kind of get that, but I feel like as soon as I did get it, it all made a lot of sense,
Yeah, it
It
wasn't
was,
like you struggled throughout the whole game, being like, oh, this thing bugs me.
yeah. But for the most part, it was pretty enjoyable, the visual style. And I mean, I don't think it necessarily added any value to the actual gameplay experience other than the fact that it was a pretty unique visual style,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in just the way that it looked. And also, let me link for everyone.
I
I
wonder why they went with that art style.
I kind of like the kind of like that blocky look, and I don't know, it feels kind of cartoonishy a little bit, and I felt like for that kind of game where like things are like around and you could get caught at any moment, it kind of made me feel a little less nervous because it wasn't. It's not like it was a realistic art style, you know, because it's also top down. It's that kind of game, and I felt like after a while, after I got used to it and stopped dying so many times, that I felt a little bit braver. I don't know if I guess that kind of added something for me.
So you're saying the type of game it is, it would normally make you nervous, but because it was like kind of playful and blocky and stuff, it was more.
Yeah, because normally I would get like if let's say if it was a first person like shooter style or even like third person but realistic look, sneaking around and having somebody shooting at me and stuff like that. I mean, I've done it before, but like I don't know. I feel like in that kind of setting and people depending on me, I would be more nervous, but I was less nervous because it was more playful and cartoony.
Sonia, I think
And it wasn't as big of a deal dying either. Like I wasn't like so like, oh my god, I died. It was kind of like, oh, I died. I'm dead now. Whatever.
now I'm thinking you should really play Metal Gear Solid like the original. Because
Yeah.
the thing that surprised me about Monaco is it's literally like Gauntlet. You know Gauntlet. They have the newer version
Yeah.
they're playing. It's like Gauntlet and Metal Gear Solid had a baby. People always say like it's like they had a baby, but it really is because it's like a multiplayer, you know, stealth game, which is Metal Gear Solid is pretty much one of the only like stealth games I can think of that does it that specific way. But yeah, I don't know. It's a good game. You should play it. But anyway, that's why I like Monaco so much because, you know, I only recently played that game for the first time, so it was kind of a nice cap off after having played them all.
Yeah.
Kind of being like, overdose. So I'm like, oh, Monaco's a fun, happy version. Like,
Yeah.
I can play
It's lighter. I feel like it's a lighter game.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so intense, and that's also, you know, it's like if I really not in the mood to get into something that's really intense, that's a great game. Like if I'm just coming home from work and I just want to play something, but I don't want it to be like I'm kind of like on edge a little bit. But with this game, even though, you know, you could get caught or shot or whatever, it didn't make me feel on edge,
there wasn't a ton of consequence. And I think the point of the game is that I don't think it's supposed to be super challenging to play and beat the game. I think the challenge comes from trying to master it. Because I don't know if you guys noticed, but before every level there was actually a leaderboard on the let's see, the right kind of bottom right side, and it would actually show, depending on the number of players you had. Like if you were there by yourself, it would show the top scores of all the players who played that level by themselves, and if two people joined, it would show 2, etc., up to 4. And I think the way I think the way it gauged the success was how quickly you completed the map, but also whether or not you got a what they call it, a full clear, like you got all the money. You know, and so on some of the levels that took us probably 20-30 minutes, there were guys who completed it in like 3 or 5 minutes.
Oh,
right.
They know where to go.
Yeah, well, they know where to go, but they probably chose like specific classes, and they worked together, and they just, and that's not to say that we did poorly. We were able to complete it, but it shows you, it shows you that it's something that you could play again and try and master. And actually, it's something I'd like to consider doing. If any of you guys are up to the task, maybe we pick a level and try and,
get a really good high score.
Yeah, try and get a really good score on it.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It'll mean playing it a couple of times and trying to really figure out what's best. But
and make sure we get all of the stuff too, because your score is also based on all the loot and everything, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how it factors in, but yeah, it's time and the money that you collect. Because you can just run straight through it and get a pretty quick time.
Yeah, you could get through it pretty fast.
Yeah. So there it is.
What did you guys think about like the layouts of each level? Do you think there was enough diversity between the different levels?
I did.
At first, I wasn't sure because it was fairly linear, but then after a while, absolutely. I thought there was quite a bit of diversity, and actually, they made it in such a way where you didn't really even know where you needed to go exactly. Like, you had a basic idea of what the objective was, but I think the level where we had to get to the boat,
Mhm.
that was one definitely where it was like, what do we do? You know?
Mhm.
Although on that note, I felt like there were a few times where the objective was not very obvious. Like the one where we had to get the gentleman.
Yeah.
Like he was on the first level of that map, you know, because there's like different stories of the building. He was on the very first floor, but it was like he was in a room that was just kind of off to the side that I feel like we probably could have potentially searched the whole map and like not found him and then came all the way back and be like, oh, here he is, and I would have missed it, you know. I mean, I guess that's part of the game is the exploration.
I think we
Yeah.
may have just
What?
overlooked that specific level. Like, we may have been rushing, so we were like, wait, I don't even remember where we're supposed to go.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I actually liked a lot how the game has like a board game aesthetic I was talking about while we were playing. Because, you know, when there's the
Uh-huh.
fog of war up, they would have like the names, like a very simple depiction of like where the room is, and like they'd have the name of the room, and then when you walk into that area, the name disappears with the illumination. It's just really, it was very interesting how they did that.
Yes, I love that effect. It's actually something I wanted to try and do um, in a game concept that I've written up because it's just really neat. Because one of the problems, because it's basically fog of war, right? If you guys are familiar with fog of war, it's basically just it's only exposing the areas you can see,
Yeah.
and it's not like a first-person shooter game where you know you can obviously only see what you can see, but you have a perspective that's just not real. And
One,
one of the problems I've always had with those types of views is that anywhere that the fog is boring and it's uninteresting and it has no value. And being able to reveal it in different ways is neat, but it's also just interesting to have a little extra information.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I just said yep.
Oh.
I was just agreeing with you.
Oh, and then on the fact of the whole board game aesthetic, I totally agree with that as well. Yeah, I did definitely feel this board game vibe, so much so that I actually went back and revisited another concept of mine that was a thief-based board game that originally I had designed it to be a competitive game where everyone's competing to be like the master thief. But after playing Monaco, I thought, hey, it'd be really cool if it was a cooperative board game where everyone's playing a thief, kind of Ocean's 11 style, trying to pull off this big heist.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But that's just my dream.
Oh, Bert. I like your dreams.
dreams are so silly.
Let me think. I had a question.
Derek, welcome.
So I guess we talked a little bit about the character. I talked about my character, but we could talk more about the actual characters. I talked about the pickpocket, but
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I really liked the concept of the what was it called? The lookout, just because it had information that the others didn't. But I think I had a hard time conveying that information to people. Um, but I liked that. I liked the fact that it was almost like a character that had some kind of leadership qualities that weren't like explicitly like giving demands. It was just having information that made it more helpful to people, kind of a support role.
Yeah.
The mole, as you were saying, Linda, just seemed so powerful. But you
Well,
can.
I'm just gonna dig through the walls.
I honestly felt like people might have been getting frustrated that I was breaking through walls. Because for me, it was like, honestly, it got to the point where I kind of wonder about, the balance factor.
Mhm.
Because after a while, it literally got to the point where I realized, okay, I could either unlock this door, which takes a while, or I could just frickin' break through the wall right now.
Yeah.
And call it good.
I thought
I
it was
liked how you were just going through, like, just barreling through walls. Like, whatever. Here's a doorway.
I thought it was funny. Mostly, I mean, the fact that it's a cooperative game, anything you did really only helped us. But I just thought it was so funny how how many times that ability to just break a wall helped out. Like you said, like, oh, this door's locked. Well, just smash through the wall, or like. Or like, you know, there's laser beams here that'll trip off, you know, the security system, and I'm thinking, okay, I gotta sneak over here, hack into the computer, bring down the lasers, have everyone run through quickly, you know, and then while I'm like trying to formulate this, Linda's smashing down the wall, and it's over, you know.
I just imagine, like, in real life, like, okay, so there's these people, like, and they're all stealthy. They're going through this place to steal something, and there's this guy with a sledgehammer just, like, slamming through walls.
Like, the other one that cracked me up, there was a room where there were lasers that could only be turned off if, because you can disable lasers if you stand next to it, but they were embedded in the wall.
They were blocked.
Yeah, so you couldn't get it. You had to, like, either hack them from a console somewhere else, or you had to, like, do something else, some other timing thing. And I just remember seeing Linda smashing through the wall just so she can get around to the side or behind the lasers and disabled them through the wall. I was just like, so powerful.
No.
Oh, hey, Dirk, if thanks for watching. If you stand by, Dirk, at some point we're gonna raffle off Story Wars, which is a card game. It's, if you've ever played Apples to Apples or Cards Against Humanity, it's like that, but instead of competing like words, you have like fun, you know, characters, and you like tell a story to, you know, basically battle and compete. It's a great game for all ages, so I'm sure your kids would really love it. Something that you could play with them, and they could play with you, and you guys might actually have a lot of fun together. So, stand by, Dirk. Stand by. And it's Dirk. It's just you and Taz in the running right now.
Oh,
so
really?
It's 50-50 chance.
Oh my god.
Oh, I need to pay you for that copy. Anyway. So we were talking about the mole.
Yeah.
The mole's good.
The gentleman was fun. The gentleman, like, the sneaking ability.
There was one more thing I was gonna say, although I don't know if it's very important. Oh, sorry. The only problem with the mole is that I tended to get reckless, and when you break through a wall and there's a guy there, he'll instantly be alerted to your presence. So you have to be careful. But yeah, the gentleman I really liked, because if you're in disguise, as long as you didn't directly touch any of the enemy units, they would ignore you. I don't know about the dogs. I think they might still.
Yeah, the gentleman's definitely a character I wanted to try, because I liked the idea of kind of having a little bit of an advantage in terms of the stealth, but you had to be clever with it, you know?
He doesn't alert the dogs if he sneaks either. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt that.
No, that's fine. So, I don't know, I just thought it was really cool. I mean, even though, like, the mole in a lot of ways seemed like it was almost OP, they all kind of have their own qualities. And even though, you know, the mole can be crazy, he's also very, like, loud, and he smashes through things, and you don't know what's on the other side of the wall. And, you know, it's like, as soon as he's seen, it's like, it's just, you know, he has to run. But, yeah, that was pretty cool.
My favorite part about when we were playing with the mole was when Linda was going up, like, above, and it goes, "You are going the wrong way," like, as if they're expecting someone to bash all that, and then tell you you're going the wrong way.
I do want to bash all that and see what it says completely.
Yeah, it might have some kind of secrets.
Something in there.
Yeah, that would be cool if they did, though. If they had some secret, maybe they do. I don't know.
Honestly, playing games like SimAnt isn't good for that, because there literally was a part in that game where if you were burrowing in your tunnel, you would find a hole that would lead you to the enemy. I don't know if you guys played it. Anyway.
Which game is that?
SimAnt?
Oh, SimAnt?
Yeah.
Oh my
I've
gosh.
played so many sim games, but I don't know if I played that one actually.
SimAnt needs either a re-release or like a reboot. Because it's got so much nostalgic value, and it's just a fun game. If we could get that, that would be a really fun game to do for GameOut.
What did you say, Linda?
What's it?
What'd you say? You said Sonia and then.
You'd really like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's like one of
No.
those old sim games that's like semi-educational. You know, it was like during the edutainment era, you know, like Oregon Trail and all that.
Yeah, I love that.
But yeah, I mean, there literally was a point in that game where if you were just burrowing randomly through the dirt, creating tunnels, you would come across, oh, there's a hole here. You'd go in there and you'd be in the enemy territory, like in their tunnels, and you could just go and kill their queen and you win. It's ridiculous, but I don't know if you ever found that, Robert. It was a secret.
No, I mean I know that. Wait, you're saying you could find a hole that would lead into the enemies?
You could. Sorry, we're not even talking about Monaco right now. If you burrow really deep in your own home set of tunnels,
Right.
you would eventually, at some point, you'd be tunneling and you just find this little hole, and you'd be like, wait, what's in there? So you go in, and suddenly you're like, you're surrounded by dirt somewhere else, and if you dug up, you would find that it was all the enemy ants in their own tunnel.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know why they did that, because if it was right at the beginning of the game and you did it, you could just go right off the bat, kill the queen, and you'd win the game. So it was kind of broken.
It sounds like it was just kind of a playful Easter egg. I mean, really, the whole game was not like. I don't remember there being any real like serious conflict or goals. It was just kind of like, hey, you're an ant colony, just get bigger.
Yeah, I don't think I played SimAnt, but I did obviously play SimCity.
All right, Taz, have a good night.
Aw. Is anybody there?
He's gonna play Minecraft. So
Cool.
yeah.
Instead of watching us, wow.
Taz, do you have a private server?
Oh my gosh, play with me.
If you do, Taz, just leave it in chat or maybe message it to me.
Is there anyone in the thing
Oh, a
now?
multiplayer server? Put not mine. Oh, but not yours. Gotcha. What's it called, Taz? Well, Taz, just leave it in the chat, and we will. Well, maybe we'll find you. Anyways, and have a good night, Taz. If we don't talk to you before then. But yeah, SimAnt's pretty cool. I'd love to see that again.
It looks like Max. They actually released a Sim Classics collection. I think it runs on Windows now, because this says runs on Windows 95.
Oh no.
There's reviews from 2008, so I'm guessing anyway. Well, let's talk about Monaco some more.
Monaco. Okay.
We need to have a super nostalgia game out and play a bunch of old games, because I've been wanting to play like SimAnt and stuff again.
Yeah. Maybe we could have a nostalgia week or something, or month, where we could just play a bunch of different ones or something.
We need it. No.
No, I said a month.
I know.
So we can play one every week or something.
I'm not sure how legit this is, but I typed in just SimAnt and I got basically a download for it. I mean, the site doesn't look too weird, so maybe it's old enough. Like what do you call it? Oregon Trail and stuff. Like they're pretty old.
What's the website called?
It's here. I will.
We totally got off topic.
Hey, that's okay. Just a matter of having fun. I love the art. So good. Dirk, did you ever play SimAnt?
I always loved, Sonia, there was something you could do in the game I think if you were low on health or whatever, if you went up to another ant, you could share food, which is something I guess actual ants actually do, but it would always have this there were these very simple little animations that would pop up to show what you were doing, and it had this weird sound when it shows them regurgitating food and sharing it. It's really weird.
Oh my god.
They made the game very cute and
yeah.
I'm gonna play it.
God damn it! Now I'm all excited.
That's good.
Oh yeah, this is the website that came up for me too.
myabandonware.com. Okay. So Monaco.
I'm so sorry.
Let me think. Uh, hmm. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the other characters. I didn't.
Uh,
We didn't get to play the sexy one, the redhead.
Yeah.
yeah, I was curious to see how that character worked. I got the impression that that character would probably be similar to the gentleman in the sense where if you're sneaking and people see you, they just look at you like they're just attracted to you, slowly walking by,
Right.
strutting your stuff, and they just
Well,
stare at you.
it sounds like they would also. I read that they would also do things for you, like they'd open a door for you, or
Oh, really?
yeah,
That's awesome.
unlock doors for you. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That saves the time. It's like they're. I guess that would be. That's cool for her character, and then the cleaner's the one that runs into people and they fall asleep.
Yeah, the cleaner. Yeah.
Now, they just fall asleep, but I don't. For some reason, I thought the cleaner was supposed to kill people. Like,
Yeah.
isn't that the idea?
It would be nice if there was a way to stealthily kill people.
Yeah.
Like choke them or whatever.
Like a knife.
Actually, no, I think that's what really bothered me, because I was thinking, like, coming from Metal Gear Solid, I was like, oh, okay, maybe in this game when I'm unarmed, I can go up to, go behind someone and choke them, and then, but no, you're literally like, I can't do anything, help! So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm out of ammo. That's it. I just can run.
Well,
well,
the game, the
Like, what
game
about the fists? I know you wouldn't see it, but
The game certainly seemed to be more about just the stealth and
Yeah.
thievery and less about the killing.
Less about
Um,
getting in conflicts, really. More about just
right.
stealing and getting out.
Yeah, and also I think it kind of gave a little more value to the actual weapons that you couldn't just attack with your hands. You know, you were
Right.
pretty much defenseless without it.
Right.
I also learned, I don't know if you guys picked up on this, I didn't at first. I thought when you got a weapon, in order to get more ammo, you had to get more money and then buy it like somewhere. But apparently you got more ammo automatically every 10 coins you got.
I don't know how many coins it was, but I knew it was coins to
Yeah,
get more ammo. As long as
yeah,
you have the weapon.
yeah. And I think that's why it was actually a little easier for me when I played it by myself, was because instead of everyone having like one gun, I was able to collect all the money and I had one gun with a ton of ammo.
Right.
So,
Well, I liked using a gun with a pickpocket because then my monkey would go get my
yeah,
coins, so that I wouldn't have to, and then I could use my gun.
yeah,
Like he would run around much faster than I would, so then I would be able to like have another shot. So I felt like as a pickpocket, I was more valuable with a weapon than any other character.
yeah. Very true.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of other characters. Oh, we stopped playing just after we got the hacker. Oh, hey Cheetos,
Yeah.
thanks for stopping in. Um, yeah, we just got the hacker, which was kind of cool because he could like do the same thing with computers, but he could do it with these little plugs in the wall that other
Mhm.
people didn't have access to. And when he would use it, it was like it seemed like it really went haywire. Like, because you could do it to a bunch, and it just started setting all these things off and on, and just I mean, I wonder. I'm not sure. I didn't quite grasp exactly how the hacking pattern worked because I was always unsure. Like I'd hack something and then I was afraid like which way is it going to move or can I control it or anything like that. But it pretty much just went on its own. But yeah, it was kind of odd, but it was interesting.
That aspect was a little bit lost on me. How exactly did that work when you hacked? Like, what
So
exactly did it do?
okay, so let's imagine there was a laser beam, right? And the laser beam was just constantly active. There was no way you could get past it. Well, if you found a computer console and you hit the right and you accessed it, it would send out that little green square, right?
Mhm.
And that green square would basically travel almost like a racetrack, right? It would travel around this racetrack, and when it would get to another point, which was usually something like a laser or a security camera or a gun turret or something like that, when it would get to that point, it would disable whatever that object
That's what
is,
I thought. Yeah.
but it would sit there only for a certain amount of time before it would then move.
And then
And
it
so,
would be re-enabled again, and then
yeah, it'd be re-enabled. Now, some of those racetracks, right, those circuits, some of them had multiple points, right? So it would go to the first one, disable it, a few seconds, then it would go to the next one, disable it. Other times it would just go to one, but then it would return back to the computer, right, depending on the complexity of the whole situation. Yeah, that's kind of what I gathered from it, was that part of the process.
right.
Let's see. Cheeto says, "Hey Sage, I got my own TeamSpeak. You should hop on so I can give you admin." Thank you, Cheeto. Yeah, we'll have to check that a little later. Car made a noise. I like that check in the background. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's
That's
Tom, Linda and her team actually won a competition. It was a hackathon at GDC, and so they got that money in addition to a contract to do a game. I'm sure Linda could explain that a little better, but ultimately that's what happened. They won kind of a tournament.
Mainly NDA right now, probably for the most part. I think it's gonna be out in a month, so.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't going to talk much about it.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, yeah, they basically won a little money and won a contract to work on something, which they're working on, and look forward to playing it.
Yes.
Let's
It'll
see.
be fun. I hope.
We'll play it anyways.
For those of you guys who just joined, don't forget that towards the end of our game out, we're going to be raffling off a copy of Story Wars, which is a card game. It's very much like Apples to Apples or Cards Against Humanity, but instead of competing like words, you're competing with like characters, and you're like describing their battles, and you can give them weapons, and they fight over different territory and things like that. So it's a really fun game. I was able to talk with the creators. Sonia and I both had lunch with the creators and talked to them about making it, and I got to play it. We're going to play it a lot more soon. But yeah, we're raffling that off. Sonia, have we talked about what we're going to do?
What?
Well, never mind. We'll talk later. All right,
Okay.
continue.
Yeah, in a few minutes, actually.
Like 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it in 4 minutes.
Cheeto says hello, Sonia.
Hello.
So I have a stupid question relating to Monaco that I was kind of wondering at the time. So you know the dogs in Monaco? Do you think what breed do you think those dogs are supposed to be? Are they supposed to be Rottweilers or Dobermans?
You know, they look more like Rottweilers, but I feel like they should be Dobermans. Because they're like, well, it's funny, because of the blocky style, they look like Rottweilers, because Rottweilers kind of have this, like,
Oh man.
look to me.
Yeah.
I would say, oh man, I just had to look up pictures of Rottweilers and Dobermans, right?
Really?
I would say Rottweiler because
Wait, you had to
they
look up pictures?
Well, I don't know these things by heart. I kind of knew what a
Well,
Rottweiler
if you know what a Doberman looks like, just enlarge Leela.
Oh gosh.
That's horrifying.
That would be terrible.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I would say they look more like Rottweilers, but yeah, they're probably supposed to be Dobermans, but maybe not. Maybe they are Rottweilers. It does take place in Monaco. I don't know if one of those dogs is more popular there.
For that?
I don't know. Rottweilers are generally, well, actually both Rottweilers and Dobermans are generally guard dogs.
I just, for some reason, I imagined both those dogs being out in like a junkyard or something like that, not really inside of a building, and like releasing the dogs inside the building. And also, the dogs are really nice to like all the people that work there.
Yeah.
So they're but somehow, like, I don't know, like somehow they wouldn't, these strangers, I don't know, how do they do that? How do they train the dogs to be so perfect with all these other people?
Just like patrol.
Well, yeah, because the people working there have had time to acclimate to the dogs, and the dogs are probably familiar with them. But these new strange people, give off a negative vibe, and they're like bark, 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 dog, dog, dog.
So, but when you put the disguise on, dogs aren't stupid. They can still smell you. When you put the disguise on in the game, does it help you with the dogs or no?
Well, I don't know about the disguise, but I know sneaking around didn't. It helped a little bit, but not all the way. A dog would still kind of smell you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that wouldn't make sense if all of a sudden you put on a disguise, the dog's like, okay. So,
Exactly.
Yeah, it's always a funny thing with coding, I think, because, well, sorry, more Metal Gear Solid. In the third Metal Gear Solid game, like, dogs show up in that game. But, like, Monaco, they're literally, well, in Monaco, they seem to be kind of following the people, so that makes a little more sense, but I know in Metal Gear Solid 3, they're literally just, like, just kind of walking around, and I'm like,
Yeah, just
I don't
wandering.
really buy it, but it's literally that thing where the programmers just coded it so that, okay, there's these enemies walking around, and if they see you, then they'll attack. So it's not even like, well, this is a dog. They're not factoring, this is a dog, so we're going to code in the type of behavior. No, that's a waste of their time. It's just, well, it's just a
yeah.
dog. So,
But I demand that kind of coding.
Yeah,
I want it to be real.
complex animal AI.
Yes, it's
I
important.
want the dogs to be sniffing each other's butts while they're idle,
Hmm.
yes.
and like
Yep.
throwing up and then eating it, because that's what dogs do.
Oh,
Yeah, oh, God.
you have a negative opinion of dogs.
No, dogs are just one of those
But
animals.
you've been around dogs a long time, so you kind of do know the reality of that.
They don't always do it, but I just remember like the dogs where I grew up, they would just eat the grossest things, like, well, they would eat like horse poop, right? They'd eat horse poop passionately, just
Ah.
so good, and then they'd get sick. They'd
Uh,
get really sick, and they'd throw it all up. And you're like, see, now you've learned your lesson. No. They would then eat their own throw up, and then they were happy. And it was just like, I'm sorry, Cheetos. I'm sorry.
no. So
But anyway,
gross.
it's just dogs are special. And I can appreciate the fact that dogs are just that metal. They can just power through it.
Yeah.
Special creatures.
Yeah, special creatures.
And yeah.
Oh, there's cats in the game too.
There are?
Yeah, there was a
Oh,
cat
Oh,
that was
that's
like
right.
inside a random room.
So, do they
And
And
if you
it-
I found out if you stepped on the cat, it would like be like meow.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no one would do anything.
they'd be like, what was that?
It's funny. The game had a lot more complexity and depth than we're talking about Monaco Cheetos. Yeah, it had a lot more complexity and depth than I initially thought. I mean, the fact there were little details like the cat that you could bump into, or the fact that you could kind of like go behind a curtain and people might not see you because you're kind of pretending to be someone else, or
Hide in a
like
bush.
yeah, or hiding in a bush, or like Linda pointed out, the fact that you could like be peeing in the bathroom and no one would interrupt you because you're going to the bathroom.
Yeah, I like that.
So I mean, just little details like that were kind of neat. But yeah, Monaco, good stuff.
Mhm. It
Yeah.
was fun.
Other
So,
video
before we get to our raffle, let's go around and say what our overall did we enjoy and would we recommend it to other people?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I want to play more
Too.
when we have time.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. It's really fun. I haven't played the single player, but I don't even know if I want to because the multiplayer is so much fun.
Yeah.
I kind of
I
like playing with
I
I
would
want to play it alone.
I would suggest going back and playing some of the levels by yourself, because it really gave me a better sense of how the game worked and exactly how my actions affect the world, because there were times where things would happen and I was not sure like if that was my fault, if it was someone else,
Yeah.
and then when I would try and hide or like avoid or fix the situation. I couldn't tell if, again, my actions were actually having any effect on it.
Right.
But yeah, it was a different enough experience that I kind of learned from it a little bit, and I feel like next time I do multiplayer, I'll probably be a little bit better at it because I know the impact I'm actually making on the game.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So let's real quick. Who's on your? Do you have anybody on your chat right now?
Yes, I do have some people on my chat.
Awesome.
I am going to, let's do
Is
this.
there a randomizing thing you can do or no?
Yes.
Okay. Should we have like some kind of drum roll or something when this
Well,
happens?
hold on. Let's see how this works. Let's go to um
Oh,
desktop.
Snake.
Sneaky face. Oh.
Okay, and then let's go
Shy.
to
Or she's shy.
What?
this.
She
Oh.
tried to hide her head.
She doesn't like the webcam, I guess.
Oh.
Alright, let's see. So I haven't done this before. Hold on, let me set this back real quick. I haven't really done this before, so I'm gonna see how this works. It looks like, according to this, we have 5. Oh, what happened here? 5 people. We will include moderators. Oh, I see. So it's everyone who. Let's see. Object, clear, current, recent speak, keyword, spam filter, set keyword required to enter. Oh, I see. Alright. So let's do this because there's a bunch of people on here who aren't actually here. They just kind of stopped in.
Okay.
So let's do keyword. What should the keyword be, ladies?
The keyword? We talking about?
It's a keyword that they will have to type in order to be entered into the drawing.
Oh, I thought they already did it.
No, they're entered in because they joined the chat. There's people who stopped in for like literally a second and disappeared. I don't even
Why
know
don't
who
they
they are.
just put it in Story War?
Alright, story war. Hold on a second.
That's what
Story
they're
war.
going
Alright,
for.
one word. Story war. Type story war into chat if you want to win a copy of Story War.
Can I enter it? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
No, Dirk should be here. Where's Dirk? Wow. Did everyone bail just before
Oh
we did the
no.
raffle?
Well, it says till 8 o'clock. I hope that's not why.
Well, it's 8 o'clock now.
Yeah, I know.
Well, suckers.
Alright. Well, Cheetos.
Is Cheetos the only one?
Cheetos may be the only one.
The only one?
No, everyone. How dare you, Cheetos? How dare you? All right, well let's roll and see what happens. Here we go. You ready? Let's see
Okay.
who our winner is. All right, last chance. Anyone in the stream, type in Story War, one word. Here we go.
Do it if you want to
Hit
win.
that button, and the winner is floating. Still loading. The winner is VG Cheetos. VG Cheetos. VG Cheetos, are you out there? VG Cheetos, are you not there?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna re-roll.
Okay.
What? Taz is here. Taz, you gotta type in Story Wars. You missed it, bud. Where? Yeah. Oh, Taz, were you even listening? Were you there? Well, what do you think, Sonia? Should we,
Just do it again?
Well, we only have 2 people, so should we do a consolation prize?
Well, yeah, we could.
We only have 2 people? What do you mean?
Well, there's only 2 people. Best two out of 3.
Oh my god.
Well, here, wait. Here, Sonia, you're looking at
Okay.
chat.
Okay.
Uh,
What am I doing?
The G chat conversation.
oh my gosh.
Okay. Then Sonia, you do it. You announce it.
Okay, so
Make it exciting.
oh wait, give me the names.
Okay, so we've got it's Taz
Okay.
and Cheetos.
Okay, so first prize goes to
First prize goes to
Taz.
no.
You win a copy of Story War. Yay!
Woo!
And second prize goes to Cheetos. You also win a prize of Story War. Yay!
So technically, they are on the same.
Isn't that so exciting? We just happen to have 2 copies just in case.
Yep.
You used to have
So-
3. What would you do then?
Then I would give it away to Linda. Oh no, this is no, hold on. Before we finish this off, I have to find this. Um, there we go.
Think on my face. Where she wanted to go. And she's pulling my glasses off.
Where is it? Where is it?
She's very gentle.
Yeah, she is actually. Okay, you fully
Wait
stop.
for it. Wait, I gotta play this.
Probably weighing down my glasses.
This is it. This is it. Hold on. I gotta share. Gotta share my screen for this one.
Okay.
Go to let's see, FaceTime. Nope. Desktop. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna put that down. This is what I was imagining. Oh, I guess you guys can't see it, can you?
No.
Okay.
Describe it to us.
I'm just gonna play it for them.
Okay.
Fine.
Oprah. You all been watching your Oprah? Well, Oprah did her annual Favorite Thing show, where she gives away all the surprise gifts to her studio audience. And she's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Every year it comes around, she does one of these shows, she gives away prizes. I think Oprah's running out of ideas for gifts. Because this time around, she gave a gift that didn't go over so well. Take a look.
Such bad quality. That's it.
Open the box, go!
What's it gonna be? What's she giving away?
What is
Bee. It's bees.
Oh,
it?
that stupid thing.
Oh
I'll share this with you guys. It's too funny.
I see.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Don't they just
Everyone wins bees.
Don't they
That's
just
just
superimpose
ridiculous.
bees over the footage?
I think I've seen
Yeah.
that one, yes.
Yeah, it's been around.
All right. Anyways, I'm sorry.
We're not
That
giving
was-
away bees. We're giving
We're
away
not giving away bees. But yes, you guys were both. Yeah, I'm just gonna turn this off. It's silly. You guys were both in here, so we'll give you guys both a copy of Story Wars if you'd like it. If you guys would like it, let's see, Taz and Cheetos. I'm following both of you guys. So if you would like a copy of Story Wars, and only if you'd really like a copy, please send me an address you'd like me to ship it to. Otherwise, we're going to save the copy and we will raffle it off another time.
I hope they want it.
Just send it to this account. Yes, Taz, it's excellent for the family.
Yes.
It looks very cute.
Yes.
I'm gonna play
Yes,
it.
Taz, they would enjoy it. It's basically the premise of the game for Story Wars is you someone who's like the moderator plays a card. It's a location, right? So like Fiery Volcano. And then the other people all play character cards. So it might be like the fairy and the dragon and the stone golem and the knight in shining armor, right? And then all those people basically tell a story about why their character would win a battle between everyone else, right? So the knight might say, well, I'm a knight and I know how to slay dragons, so I'm going to attack and kill the dragon, and that's easy. You know, and then the fairy player might go, well, I have magical powers, and I just I'll put you know, the knight to sleep, and he'll, you know, and I'll kill him in his sleep or whatever. And then, you know, you just go like that. And then at the very end, the moderator, the person who played the territory card or the fiery volcano, then decides who they think actually won, right? And it's great for kids because the kids, there's no like complex rules, and kids can just go crazy with their imagination. And the moderator, if it's the parent or something, you know, can kind of reel the kid in and be like, well, just because he's a wizard doesn't mean he can just make the world explode, you know. But if the kids are having fun and you don't mind that and everyone's happy, then okay, cool, the world explodes, you know. You have fun with it. It's very loose and family friendly. So Taz, if you like it, send me an address and we'll send you a copy of Story Wars, and you can enjoy that with the family. And same thing, Cheetos. Let's see, just sent it to Sage. Okay. Yeah, I won't get it, Cheetos, until I get to work, but when I do, I'll get it there and we'll work that out.
Yep. Congratulations! Yay!
Yes, congratulations. I'm sorry it wasn't a more exciting raffle, but you know what? You won something. So, Sonia, do you have any last comments before we end the game out?
Yes, I do, actually. Because we gave away those games, we are going to be doing Story War as our next game for next month.
Yay!
Yay! So that means you'll know what's going on. You'll definitely. So that's good. So it's going to be on the 29th, August 29th, Sunday, same time, same place, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So join us then to take the rest of this month and next month to play the game with your friends and family, and you can watch us discuss. It should be fun. So we've talked about Monaco. You can get that on Steam if you didn't play it. Story War is by Cantrip Games. So if anyone out there who doesn't have a copy or didn't win a copy tonight can purchase their copy from them. And if you are interested in anything that we're doing, you can go to unchartedinteractive.com and look at our stuff. Also, we are working on a game that hopefully will be out very soon. It's a reboot of Kernips. So look for that. We will make announcements for that when that's ready, and see you, or you will see us all next month. Oh, and this is the year-end episode. We've been doing this for a year now, so next month is the beginning of our next, I guess, season, I guess you could call it. So hopefully we'll have some more interesting games to play and some more interesting topics, and we'll try to mix it up and talk genres and stuff like that too. So hope to see more people watching.
Excellent. Yeah, tell your friends. We'll actually raffle off more stuff if we can get some more people. It's funny, even though we raffled it off this time, we've actually had less people in the stream this time than we had before. We had nothing to offer. So, but yes, thank you, Sonia and Linda, for hanging out. I will talk to you guys a little later.
All right. Bye, everybody.
See ya.